Now, once again, in the world of Formula One, tea has been spilt over something that happened in 2008, and that is not Spygate, that was 2007, Crashgate. So, as you can see by this article, Massa is looking into legal options over 2008 title outcome. Now, when I first saw this doing the rounds, through like the media and all that, I thought it was April 1st, it was April Fool's Day. That was not the case. It was a couple of days after. So, yeah, look, I'm going to discuss two things in this video. One's more triggering than the other, and as they both they have kind of awoken Abu Dhabi 2021 again. Shit, I said it out loud. Forgot saying that race is like saying Voldemort's name out loud, but oh well, everyone, just all you Hamilton stands, just keep on coping. Anyway, so yeah, Massa is looking into legal options over getting the Singapore 2008 race, just completely taken off the 2008 championship, meaning he would be the world champion instead of Hamilton. Do I think this is going to go through? No, I don't. It's been far too long. I think most reasonable people would say that both Hamilton and Massa had earned that title. I'm not going to say deserved, because deserve has like a sense of entitlement about it. I think they had earned their way. Massa and Hamilton, they'd both earned their way. So if they had both won it, great. I was a Hamilton fan back then, and obviously Hamilton got the win. And we didn't get the win. He got the championship win. You didn't get the Brazilian GP win, but yeah, I was very happy. And then Massa, one of the most dignified, respectful ways I've ever seen someone lose a championship. But how did this all kick off? It basically started with Bernie Ecclestone opening his mouth saying that that he and Max Mosley, who's no longer with us, which if he was around, I'm sure he'd be, if he was around now, he'd say how he knew about it as well, which I do believe he has done, as he was told by Nelson Piquet Sr. But I think that information is out there. If you want to look into Crashgate, feel free. I'm going to give a quick explanation of what happened. Basically, Fernando Alonso's teammate at the time, Nelson Piquet Jr., son of Nelson Piquet Sr., who's like most fantastic human being in the world. That's a joke, by the way. He crashed on purpose at Singapore, which allowed Alonso to win the race, as Alonso was on a very, very odd strategy for the time, but it enabled Alonso to win the Singapore Grand Prix. And then Renault kicked Piquet out of the team a year later, and then Piquet basically went like Terminator mode and just, ended up destroying the look of the sport, even though it was still recovering from Spygate, which I think a lot of people forget about, which I guarantee is probably why this didn't get looked into all that much, as if Bernie is to be believed, he knew about it during 2008, then it was F1 was still recovering from Spygate, which I'd argue is probably even worse. But this is not going to go through. It's been too long, and why would like the whole entire grid at that time be punished for one team's actions? I think if anything from that, Renault should be disqualified from that race. Simple as that. Which also means Nico Rosberg gets his first win in 2008 rather than 4 years later. I know Rosberg's not racing anymore, but hey, that'd be something, I suppose. But yeah, I don't think this is going to go through. If anything, I just think Massa wants to know why nothing was done in 2008 after the race rather than a year later. I imagine that's probably what to do. And these are his words. He's saying he's not looking for any like financial like compensation or whatever. Again, we have to take him on our word. But I want to talk about as well what this has started, because Bernie and Felipe have basically started a thing of people going, but I know there's one in particular which I've already mentioned, but worst case scenario, this goes through and Hamilton loses his 2008 title. That's just going to piss Hamilton's stands off even more. And there's we'll get into Abu Dhabi 2021 because there's something stupid that I actually want to make fun of. But years like 1994, people are gonna, I'm sure people are gonna be looking at that now. 89 and 90 with Senna and Prost. People are going to, if this goes through, that's a massive precedent that's been set that things can be looking up years in advance and then can be stripped away from someone. Like, that's a huge precedent if this goes through. But I generally don't think it will. It's been too long. And to be fair, I'm just sick of I'm just fed up with what this has basically caused on Twitter. I know, right? F1 Twitter, and Hamilton stands lighting their pitchforks and torches. What? I know it's nothing new, but it's just the thing that comes up every single time there's like some sort of fucking scandal, and people try to equate it like Jordan F1 or whatever by that fucking retard goes by on Twitter, who tries to equivalate, random, just like insignificant things. Like he equated, someone equated on Twitter, I'm not saying him, but someone equated like a race at a weekend where a car rolled onto a track similar to Abu Dhabi 2021. Just fuck off. But that's enough tangents. Someone had the wonderful idea of doing a fucking change.org petition to overturn the decision of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Oh my fucking god. And this has 87,000 fucking signatures from absolute idiots. Where do I begin with this? I'm going to start off with this because I swear to God, this has to be a Hamilton stan who made this. Abu Dhabi was nearly 18 months ago. Move the fuck on. Honestly, I get why people are upset by it. I do. It shouldn't have happened that way. The safety car should have done one extra lap. Therefore, race should have ended on the safety car. Move the fuck on. Or will it just happen if, Boba Fett, gets rid of Michael Massa or something like that? Would that make you all happy? No. But I am actually going to be on your side here and say that Lewis shouldn't be an 8-time champion. He should be, for my argument, he should be maybe a 9 or 10-time world champion at this point. So I assume that's probably got some of you back on my side when I've just been rinsing you for God knows how many long. But I'm going to rinse you even more. Change.org petitions do not fucking work, and I have 2 examples. One's an F1 related one, and one's not an F1 related one. So I'll start with the non-F1 one. There was a petition. This is going back into commentary stuff, but there was a petition made by someone, I don't know who, but someone made a petition to get Eugenia Cooney banned from all social media. For those who don't know, Eugenia Cooney, she's described as one of the most lovely people on the internet, and if you have seen her, you'll know that she suffers from anorexia. And people wanted, mainly T channels, were pushing a petition hard to get her removed from all social media, as they just basically wanted to ban her from existing. But it's a very, very big rabbit hole, bigger than Abu Dhabi 2021. So if you want to learn more about that, I suggest going and watching Willie Mack's videos on that, because he did it in depth. And then go watch Zylie Gets Real's live stream of her, Willie, and a couple of other YouTubers roasting a T channel for trying to say that Eugenia Cooney's brother was exploiting her. in a way, which is so fucking hilarious. And then the other one, this is the F1 related one, was a change.org petition for Red Bull to get a very severe punishment, more so than what they got for their breach of the cost cap in 2021. And that signature barely, I don't think it even cracked 1K. And I did have a few people I had one person in my DMs like asked me to sign it. I did a tweet thread with my thoughts. I'm not going to leak DMs. But I said, no, I'm not going to, because again, they don't work. Eugenia Cooney's still on YouTube and all social media, and Red Bull haven't got a severe enough punishment, which is why this is not going to work. I guarantee you it's not going to work. I just don't know what to say. I think this just demonstrates a lot of the F1 community, mainly Hamilton stands, that they have an inability to move on from stuff. Again, like, I wish I had like a rocket powered Mohawk clip of like him saying like Abu Dhabi was over a year ago, and then like listing all the things that happened since then. But I'm actually surprised this has gotten a lot of traction. And I guarantee this. When was this actually made? Because I would actually love to know, like, a sort of like social blade thing. This was started a year ago, and it's only now started getting traction. So this is not. But look, another reason why this is just not going to work. Yes, the way that Abu Dhabi happened should not have happened. All right, but I'm gonna get cancelled again. Both Hamilton and Verstappen both earned that title. They didn't deserve it. They earned it. And I know I'm gonna get shit for this if this video actually gets into the algorithm. I generally don't know what more needs to be said. This change.org petition's not gonna fucking work. Because who fucking listens to a change.org petition? Like, it just doesn't work. I've never known a change.org petition to work in anything. So I don't actually know what people get from this. These 87,000 people have signed this. They're all morons, I think. I personally think they're all morons. And again, it's just not going to work. Again, Eugenia Cooney is still on the platform. Red Bull having been given a severe punishment. I actually can't remember how much traction. I can't remember how many signatures that Eugenia Cooney change.org petition got, but it didn't work, obviously, because, you know, all these T channels promoting it, they're not getting any views on that stuff now, because thanks to the commentary community, we basically killed half of the channels around. So yeah, just what have Massa and Bernie started? Like, I guarantee. Like, look, the only reason this has gained enough traction is because of the comments Bernie made, and then this obviously set off NARM flashbacks in people, mainly Hamilton stands, and they're just like, have we got a change.org petition? Guys, we need a change.org petition quickly. So yeah. I don't know if anything more needs to be said. I'm generally just fed up of hearing about Abu Dhabi 2021. I'm just sick of hearing about it. Everyone needs to move on. It happened. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed me ranting for, what is it, like 15 minutes now, feel free to like this video. If you like this video, check out some of my other content on this channel. If you like the content on this channel, feel free to turn that red subscribe button to grey. And if you do actually want to, you know, be notified when I upload, the bell is there as well, so get that bell ringing. And yeah, see you in the next video. Until you Hamilton stands, you're all fucking idiots for signing this. Fuck off.